Welcome to Camel Cam. I'm Lisa Sicasio, and happy Easter, peeps. This past weekend, our cheerleading team won a national title. They beat 2016s at the Cheerleading Nationals in Myrtle Beach. Congratulations, CUCF. Katria got a chance to talk to cheerleaders Austin Phelps and Erica Aviles for another segment of Candid Camel. Over to you guys.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm here with the 2016 national champions, guys. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Great.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty pumped about it still.
So obviously a lot of time and effort went into all that you guys had to do for the championship. What do you think was that extra something that put you over the edge to win the title?
Honestly, I think it's just the energy on the mat. As soon as we got to competition, we just walked on the competition mat, and just took over, and it was really just the energy of everything really took over.
The competition definitely started once we stepped on the practice mats, and as soon as we stepped on, the energy was great. It was just positive. We were hitting our stuff. We were getting things done. That's honestly where it all started, and it just carried over to the competition mat and gave us a national winning routine.
So the entire competition experience, what moments stood out to you guys? Start with you this time.
Oh, okay. Honestly, the crowd plays a big role in how we perform, I guess. They kind of tell you when everything hits, when stuff doesn't hit. So hitting our hardest parts of the routine and hearing the crowd go wild, and like you can just see everyone's faces, like we just hit that section, like we just hit this section, we just hit the pyramid, like we just won that. Like we knew it because, I mean, the crowd is definitely that's our energy. We're each other's motivation, and that really helped us a lot.
I have to agree completely with that. I mean, just walking out there and seeing twice as many people supporting us in the crowd as we thought they were going to be. We knew our coaches and some parents were going to be there, but we had team members that weren't competing with us come down to the beach specifically to watch us compete. And I mean, just hearing everybody scream for us and counting for us, not knowing the counts, just keep going with us, really put us over the edge.
So in all of this, you guys have to trust each other in a large amount. How do you develop that trust?
Lots of practice. Honestly, just when we're in practice on 5 days a week at Campbell in the Convocation Center, we hit the floor sometimes. It's just a trial and error kind of thing. You try new things, they fall, and then you get right back up and you do them. And so it's just constant practice.
And the practice also helps us be more consistent. So the numerous times that we did this routine, it definitely helped us get more consistent, and just being with each other all season long, we build a trust with one another that we know if anything goes wrong, like, they're going to catch me. I pray they catch me. I know they're going to catch me because we built that trust and we practice for it. So.
Yeah, and if we don't catch somebody, then we have to run. So that's always a plus not to run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like there's a part in the routine where I have to flip and then jump into Austin's arms. And when we were learning it, I was like, what? Like, I have to trust someone to catch me. And I mean, after we did it a few times, I knew now every time we did it, he was going to catch me. He wasn't going to let me fall, even though I would kick him sometimes by accident. I knew it was going to go good from that moment. So it's good.
So in all that trust, you guys also have to be pretty fearless. But what's one thing that you're afraid of?
Oh, I'm terrified of flying, actually. It's actually funny you mentioned that. Yeah, flying's my biggest fear. I like my feet on the ground, so.
Wow, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, my biggest fear was I think it was just like the team members in general, like making sure that everybody was confident in yourself, because when you're confident in yourself, you go out there and you give it your all. And I was nervous that, some people who hadn't competed before, because it was my first cheerleading competition, that like I would do jumps with my arms and swing my arms as much as I can, and my arms will be numb by the time we get to our next stunt where I have to pick somebody up. So, I mean, honestly, it's just like trusting your body that muscle memory is going to be there, most definitely.
Definitely what Austin said, like we had so many new people, and I've been doing this for years, but we had probably about 80% of our team was brand new to the competition environment, and it's different. I mean, in practice, you don't have those people watching you, you don't have the big lights, you don't have the limited space, and it's all rushed at competition. You have to go out there and you just have to be polished, and it's like they were professionals on that mat. Like, it was amazing.
So rewind to the day that you guys had to perform. You're on the mat and your music starts. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I just lose, I think, all fault. After we did our cheer in the first part, it just it happened, honestly. Like, there was no rhyme or reason to it. It just all really just occurred. So I think it was just, once the music came on, I knew that we were going to hit this and we were going to be great.
Yeah, I'm sitting there in my pose and I'm like breathing heavy, music's on. But I mean, you can just look at everyone. I would look back, tell everyone, you got this. And just their faces, like I could just read the energy. It was going to be a good routine. So it was good.
So, what's one thing that you guys would say to those people that say that cheerleading isn't a sport?
I'm going to take this one. Erica's cheered longer than me. But honestly, you know, I've always backed cheerleading as a sport because I was a dancer. So cheerleading is definitely a sport. You're not picking up a ball and throwing it down a field. You're not running down a court. You're not running down a field kicking a ball. You're picking people up. You're trusting that, one, you're going to pick people up and they're going to stay in your hands. Two, you're trusting yourself that when you go in the air, you're going to keep your body hollow. You're going to stay strong. So I think it involves a lot more trust and muscle memory, honestly, because there's many different stunts require different parts of your body. And honestly, we work out every part of our body in our routine and in every stunt. So I think that if you don't think cheerleading's a sport, you should come to one of our practices, most definitely, and just see what cheerleading's really about.
I feel, as far as the whole sport category, I feel like a lot of things that people do can be defined as a sport, but people don't because they don't keep it based off a score system and stuff like that. But I feel like something that defines a sport is being able to go out there and be an athlete. Like dedicating yourself to something, I feel like being able to do that, work with others, all that stuff makes up an athlete and makes them a sport. Like everyone coming together, and I just feel like, I won't go into detail, but cheerleading is very hard. And a lot of people say that like if they play basketball or football, those are hard too, but we all have our own thing that we do that we're good at. Like I couldn't go out and play football. I'm not good at that and I wouldn't do it. So I know I'm good at cheerleading, and so I put my heart into it the same way a football player puts his heart on the field. So it all comes down to what you love to do and how much dedication and time you're willing to put into it.
All right, well, guys, great answers. Thank you so much for talking with me today. Before we let you guys go, we're going to play a quick round of the I Love You game. I love you.
She loses, right? Like, thank you.
Oh, God, this is not going to work well.
We're both smiling. We can't.
I love you, Courtney.
I love you, Jonathan.
I love you more, Courtney.
I love you more, Jonathan.
I love you the most, Courtney.
I love you the mostest.
Let me go first. I love you.
I love you.
I can't count.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I won that round.
I love you, man.
I love you, Jazz. Tammy.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
How much do you love me?
I love you a lot.
I love you more.
I love you the most.
I said,
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Yes! I got a chance to talk to softball freshmen for another segment of Freshman Pow Wow. Take a look.
It's been difficult, but it's been a lot easier this second semester having a semester under my belt.
It's been really difficult being 5.5 hours away from home, and I didn't think school was going to be this hard, but it's like super tough.
At first it was a little difficult with the schooling, balancing that and softball, but I adjusted pretty quickly. I just learned not to procrastinate anymore because I did that a lot in high school.
I hope to maintain a good GPA, and I want to become a reproductive endocrinologist.
Hope to make a lot more friends that I can have for a lifelong time.
I hope that we can win a national championship, and hopefully I can become a nurse.
Okay.
I like to lay out with my roommate Maddie Casto and get a little color. I'm from Washington, so I'm not used to being tan.
I really like going to the beach and just being outside all the time.
I like to go hiking at Raven Rock with my roommate and suite mate. And then, as Abby said, we like to lay out and get a little color. Definitely say that my car is really dirty right now, and I'm used to my dad washing it. So, yeah, it's usually clean, and it's really dirty right now.
Pollen. I don't like how it's like a temptation of summer, because I love summer.
Our Campbell baseball teams will be back at Jim Perry Stadium on Wednesday to take on UNC Greensboro. Roll Humps. Well, see you. That wraps up this week's episode of Camel Cam. Thanks for watching. I'm Lisa Sicasio, and we'll see you next week.